What's good, YouTube? It's currently 12:49 in the morning. I figured I'd make a YouTube video in bed. So currently you're hearing the SpongeBob song go on. So if you don't know, one thing about me is that I love SpongeBob. I watch it all the time. Besides the point, you guys are probably wondering why I would create a YouTube video in bed. Today's video is really to show you guys that you could really create content anywhere at any time, no matter the circumstances. Currently, my dog is knocked out. I got a bonnet on my head. The reason I'm up this late is because of the fact that, one, I took a long ass nap, probably like a 3-4 hour nap. I wanted to create something today, but I really had no ideas. I kind of felt unproductive, so I figured I'd just grab the camera, shoot some, and see what we can come up with. This is also a good time to test the quality of my FX3 at low light, because it's currently pitch black in my room. I'm only using my phone light for a light, as you can see. The FX3, bruh, I know what to make this video about. I just came up with it right now. I've been wanting to make a video about my FX3, about how it's been basically holding up, how it's been recording, how it's been keeping up with my content, all the footage I done used with it. I can't even explain of how powerful this camera is in any circumstances. It can be a vlog camera. You shoot music videos with it. You can shoot movies with it. Even go as low as shooting reels, Instagram shorts, or Instagram reels, YouTube shorts. There's so many lanes that this camera just executes. My favorite part is now how good it shoots in the low light, because I barely have light on. And my ISO is at 1250 right now. Shutter speed is 60 right now. I'm not even forcing this camera to use its power in the low light, and it is doing phenomenal. Damn, I'm getting tired. Getting into how it's been shooting. So I use this FX3 for every sort of content I do. I use it for, I'm not even gonna go down the list. I use it for everything. The only time I use my Sony A7R II is honestly for music videos when I need like a second angle, or if it's a really complex shoot and I need multiple angles and I don't think I could just get it all on one camera, then reshoot it again on the same camera with a different lens. I feel like it's better for me to just get one shot with 2 different angles. That's the only time I really use my Sony A7R. Another great thing about my camera is the fact that I can actually now see myself when I'm recording, so I don't have to, hold on. So this is my Sony A7R II. What I was talking about with the screen, so I can see myself, the Sony A7R II only flips out like this. And this goes for a few of the Sony Alpha cameras. I know the A6400, it flips up. But the new Sonys now, they have the screen that flip out, like down like this, and it flips to the side, just like the FX3. It has a whole 360 axis. So that was my big issue with this, because I could never vlog well with this camera, because I could never see myself. So I never really knew what the shot looked like until I got on the camera and that shit looked like butt. Overheating, when it comes to overheating on the FX3, I know people had some issues with that. I only overheated one time with this camera, and that was only due to the fact that because I was shooting in the sunlight all day non-stop, and there's no shade protecting the camera, so it was sitting in the sun. I don't think it had anything to do with the battery itself or the camera itself. I feel like it was just the environment when I was shooting it. That was the only time I had an overheating issue. Other than that, I haven't had any other issues with this camera. But I'm also biased because I only had 2 cameras, so I can't really say, oh yeah, this is my favorite camera, because I haven't had a Sony A4, a Sony A1. The FX3 is definitely my favorite camera right now. I love the build of the FX3 because I can hold it in any position. It's not hard to hold. For a cinema line camera, this is definitely the best bet. But for my people who was wondering about my FX3, I definitely recommend it as a camera. If you can get it for your first camera, lucky you. I also customized my buttons to my own personal setup, my own preferences. It was very simple, very easy. The colors on the camera, you can see it right here. I'm not shooting log right now. Like, log footage is when I'm like color grading music video content or film, anything like movies. So that's the only time I really shoot log. I don't need to do all this color grading for a vlog, you know. A nice little LUT on it and a nice couple switches and midtones and the shadows would do just fine. The basic neutral colors for this camera, I love it. You can see I'm not looking mighty black, you know what I'm saying, in the dark. I got my nice caramel color brown skin tone. Yeah, definitely well with the colors. You can see the nice blue ambiance in the back. I got a nice foreground light, not oversaturated, great color scale. I don't know how me laying in bed turned into a FX3 review and update, but hey, content is content right now, you feel me? I didn't write a script for this, so it's totally improv. All my ideas are coming to mind as I'm speaking to you guys, so you guys are getting the first take of what I'm talking about. So this is all raw footage. The work never stops, man. Some projects I want to do more on this camera are music videos. For one, I haven't got the chance to use the full powerhouse of this camera for music videos. I only shot a couple music videos on this. Mostly I've been shooting YouTube videos and doing more filmmaking stuff, but I would love to dive into more music videos for this camera specifically, because I feel like I over and outshot my A7R II, but no one has really had the quality to shoot with me when it comes to my FX3. The only thing I'm missing is a 24-70, but we'll get to that later. Another reason why I love this camera is because it taught me how to use the camera. I never learned anything about f-stop, shutter speed, ISO range, aperture, none of that. I learned nothing about that. But until I got my FX3 and I really dive into it, it taught me everything I needed to know. So I learned everything because of the FX3, and it continues to shine to this day. So currently now 1:33. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man, on my night vlog. Really turning nothing into something like always. So tune in on the next one, man. We finna go back to bed.